Hey guys, Bass Addict here. As promised, I put some thoughts together and got some things to help improve your guys' 2018 fishing game. So the first thing I want to talk about is a little product my buddies at Opticast came up with, which gets way overlooked. We all have one, super practical, but again gets omitted because, oh, I just put in my waypoints into my chart plotter, my GPS, or yada yada. It is the Pro Buoy by Opticast. Quick little story. So I was pre-fishing with my uncle in a tournament I wasn't a part of, but anyways, with him up on Ottertail Lake in Ottertail County for, I think it's the KRQC tournament, Lunmania tournament. Anyways, he ended up winning the Lunmania tournament. If you guys were fishing that one, he was the idiot with the red visor and the long hair. Yeah, that's his lucky fishing hat. Anyways, pre-fishing with him, I was asking him if he would be interested in a Pro Buoy. He said, "Oh, no, I just use my chart plotter or whatever." And no joke, first fish we hook into, he's scrambling around looking for a buoy on deck. So I gave him the, "Really, dude," type thing. Anyways, it seems like, and we're all guilty of it, we never use them, pre-fish or whatever, but come tournament time, you don't have enough of these things, right? Because there's no better way to actually physically relate yourself to a group of fish or a piece of structure that we're fishing than having a physical reference like a buoy in the water. So Opticast not only made it efficiently functionable with their little deployment deals. I'll post a picture of what it looks like on my rig and then the link to their video. They explain it, the features and their deployment systems better than I can, but they also made it sexy looking too. So I'll post those links, but this little guy, not only that, it's I think it's less than 20 bucks. And if you're looking for a good tungsten hookup, Opticast also sells their general tungsten at a really affordable price. I'll even say cheap. It's a great hookup. Not only that, you buy a buoy, you register your buoy, you get 20% off all those already low prices on tungsten. So it's a great hookup. They also have cool little tungsten. I'll show you guys. Yeah. Glow in the dark tungsten too for fishing those deep ones in the gallows. If you want to get your presentation seen, that's a good little thing to try. Or if you're punching or flipping those really thick vegetation mats where there's kind of a black abyss underneath, and you're trying to make sure that your presentation gets a look. So that stuff's available at opticast.com. I also mentioned 2018, I really want to focus on my fish care. There's a couple of products out there that I'm really excited about. Well, first one, you guys are probably all familiar with this. It's a TH Marine product, G-Juice. I always keep this on board. I'm more partial to a more natural approach to keeping my fish in good shape throughout the day in the live well. But there have been times where, I've got to be focusing what's going on deck. I can't be necessarily check my live well every 5 minutes. So products like these will help keep your fish lively all the way through the process of weigh-in and back into the water so they can continue to be sustainable. Actually, since I have this in my pocket too, keep a lookout for, of course, Liquid Mayhem. You guys have all seen this. You're all familiar with it. I've had good luck with the cross scent. Actually won a tournament because of this in a very heavily pressured situation where we know a lot of the fish that we were fishing on a particular structure get hammered by walleye fishermen using live bait. Well, our plastics aren't going to compete with live bait. So adding something like a little scent definitely helps. They are removing the red dye from their formula, which I kind of like. Also coming out with a earthworm scent in 2018. So look for that. But the product I'm most excited about, which I can't believe is actually not required by like Fish and Game or the DNR or whatever, is the VT2 live well ventilation system. The picture here kind of depicts this the best it can. What it is essentially a vent for your live well. I'm a master plumber and contractor. Venting's important, okay? I shit you not, I was on my roof 2 days ago chiseling ice balls off my plumbing vent pipes because things were not draining and I was getting sewer gases in my house. The best, for you guys that don't understand that, the best way to explain it is if you have a straw in your big gulp or your drink or whatever, you put your finger on the straw and you lift it up and all the liquid stays pressure locked in there, and then you take your finger off to vent, all that liquid then drains out. So it is important to vent. Air's got to exchange places with liquid in order for things to work properly. With your live wells, you guys have all opened up your live wells over after a while being closed or at the end of the day, and it just stunk and just smelled heavy. It's not a good, clean, healthy environment. In order to better that environment, use a product like the VT2 ventilation system to help get those carbon dioxide emissions out and bring fresh oxygen in without adding weird chemicals or manipulating the fish to keep them alive long enough to just get them across the scale. Because there's been too many times where beautiful fish have come across the scales at the tournaments I've been in, and the guys go to dump them in the water, lake, whatever after, and they're really struggling to survive. So scientifically proven and backed. I'm excited about this. Like I said, I'm surprised that this isn't actually required to have vents on your live well system. So I'm gonna be making notes about how important this is as far as the livelihood of my fish in 2018 here. Aside from those products, I'm gonna share a cool little fun one you guys can do in your man caves at home or your garages or whatever. I did this summer. Went out and bought a plastic resin pegboard, and I keep all my plastics that I keep on board at any given time here, so I'm never out. It's kind of an OCD thing of myself, but so I am never out of the plastics that I really have to have. It also kind of helps organize your thoughts and your color schemes and patterns and presentations, so you're not having things on board that you never use, or if you're going to use something where you would otherwise or you wouldn't use one thing where you would otherwise use something else, you can just eliminate from your arsenal. So stuff like this is actually nice, and I am going to share with you guys these because I saw these come up on the MPS website not too long ago. They were looking for new pro staff. I was kind of excited about, because this is kind of one of my secret weapons. It is called the Erie Darter from Poor Boy Baits. I don't know what it is about these things, whether it's the action or the profile. These things are donkey slayers. My tournament partner got me hooked on these because he just kept catching monster fish with these things. And the stuff I was fishing with, whether of course I love robo worms, of course I love Senkos, and just like everybody else. But if we're drop shot fishing, 7 times out of 10, I'm grabbing this first. Another little note too, I've never unbuttoned a big fish that I pulled up from deep water when fishing one of these, opposed to fishing a worm or a bigger profile bait in a drop shot type presentation. I don't know if it plays a role or not, but these things are a must-have. So you can get you some at the Poor Boy Baits website. I don't think they have them on MPS website, but a little secret I'll share with you guys there. Other than that, hopefully these little tips and tricks and these new products help you guys optimize every cast and put more meat on the deck.